Okay, so we are going to finish with 13.7 today. 13.7 is about dilations, okay? Yes, you can move the course. A dilation. A dilation is a transformation in which a figure stretches or shrinks with respect to a fixed point. It's called the center of dilation. Okay? So we're going to talk in this book, the origin of a coordinate plane is the center of dilation. So it's always going to be 0, 0, just like for rotational symmetry, we're always using 0, 0, 0, okay? In order to dilate something, you have to have a scale factor. The scale factor of dilation is the ratio of a side length of the image to the corresponding side length of the original figure. So, in this diagram, do you see map AB right here? And the image AB, the original image, okay? After dilation of 2 units, the scale factor is 2. Because what happened is, this one went from being 2 units to 4 units. So you do 4 over 2, and that's how you get your scale factor. You put the new over the old, always. New over old, okay? So scale factor equals my new over my old. So, if your new is smaller than your old, your scale factor is going to be a fraction. If your new is larger than your old, your scale factor is probably going to be a whole number, okay? Or an improper fraction, one of the two, okay? The scale factor is 2. You can describe a dilation with respect to the origin using the notation of this. Remember how we talked about notation? So xy yields kx and ky. Your k simply stands for your scale factor. So you're multiplying x by your scale factor, you're multiplying y by your scale factor. Okay? So this is just simple multiplication. I'm going to do this one and then I'll show you the picture. It says draw a quadrilateral ABCD with the vertices -1, 2, 3, 1, 2, -1, and -1, -1. Then find the coordinates of the vertices of the image after dilation having a scale factor of 3 and drawing the image. I'll show you the picture in a second, but we would graph those 4 points and then we would apply the scale factors to them and graph those new 4 points. But before we graph them, let's just apply the scale factor and figure out what the new points would be. What would be my new point of A in this case? What would be my map A? If your scale factor is what? It says, then find the coordinates of the vertices of the image after a dilation having a scale factor of 3. So what does A become?
3. Oh.
No.
3 negative.
12.
What do I do with 3 in the point -1, 2?
Add them first. Multiply.
Yeah, -3, 6.
Didn't I say that?
It becomes -3, 6. Because you multiply x and y by your k. And the original A was -1, 2. So it yields -3, 6. My original B is 3, 1. So what do I come out with for my new map B?
-9.
No.
No, positive 9, 3.
Positive 9, 3.
How'd you get
Okay? My C
Oh, it's a positive.
is 2, -1. So what do I come out with my map C?
6, -3.
-3. 6, -3. My D is currently -1, -1. So what's my new map D?
-3, -3.
Beautiful. -3, -3. So when you graph those, this is what it looks like. Here's your original image. What happened is I multiplied each of those points by my dilation of 3, so it's 3 times larger now. Okay? 3 times larger. This won't go away. You'll deal with this, especially in geometry a lot. There's a whole unit on scale factors. Okay? Okay, so then it says draw triangle PQR. We're not going to draw it again. I'll show you the picture in a minute. And it says P is 4, 4. It says that Q is 8, 0. Guys, stop moving and focus. R is 6, -2. Okay? Then find the coordinate of the image after a dilation having a scale factor of 0.5. 0.5 is what fraction? 1/2.
Half.
And draw the image. So if I apply a scale factor of 1/2, what's happening to this new image? Is it getting larger or smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller. What does P become?
2,
2. If I multiply 4 by a half, I get 2 because I get 4/2 and 4/2. What does Q become?
4-0.
4/0. Good. And what does R become?
3 -1.
3 -1. Good. 3 -1. And this is what it would look like. Okay. This is your original image. I multiplied by a
It's a
scale
triangle.
factor of 0.5, and this image becomes much smaller. It becomes half of
Stop
what
putting
it was.
lotion on.
Okay.
My hands feel really dry.
How do you feel about dilation so far?
I need
Do you think you
Ah,
can
moist.
handle multiplying by
Mhm.
those scale factors?
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Now, what happens if it asks us a different question? It says an artist used a computer program to enlarge a design as shown. What's the scale factor of the dilation? Here's what I'm gonna do.
Which one is the thing? Because they don't have the little.
It's gonna tell you in a second.
Which
what's
one's
that
the
hair?
That's a
original?
redhead Alex.
You're gonna be able
That's a
to
redhead
see.
Alex.
Well,
Looks like Preston.
here we go.
Marshall.
It says an artist, listen, in the directions that, hey, focus. Emmanuel, stop. It says an artist uses a computer program to enlarge a design. So which one's new, the small one or the larger one? The larger one. You're going to have to read, okay, and help me out there. You're right, on this one it's not marked, but it told us in the directions that it enlarges. And so it wants us to figure out what the scale factor of dilation is. How can I figure out the scale factor of dilation?
Divide.
Divide what? What numbers?
5 and 2.
5 and what?
5 and 2.
You
2.5
just put lotion on the ground?
and 1.
Okay, so you're going to take the new image, which is the larger image, and you're going to put those points over the,
Divide
Smaller
the
image,
points
yes?
by the smaller image.
so if I take 5/2, what is my scale factor of 5/2?
2
What is it?
2.5.
2.5. 2.5. If I take 2.5 over 1, because that corresponds to the same point, I get 2.5 again, right? All of them should come out to 2.5. If I take 12.5 and divide it by 5, what does that come out to? 2.5. Okay? And then the other point is 2.5 over 1 equals 2.5. That's how you check to make sure that it really is a scale unit, okay? Because every point should have the same scale factor. Got
And if
it?
it's not a scale unit, what is it?
If what?
If it's not a scale
You
unit,
put
what
lotion
do
on
we do?
5 times, you'll be alright.
If it's not a scale unit, then you just say that it's not a scale factor. You just would tell me it's not, right? Okay? So that's what we're looking for. And that is the end of what we're doing. This page on your book, let me make it a little smaller. Page, what page is it?
Can you take a picture for me? You know I got it.
749. Page 749 has everything we've talked about for translations, reflections, rotations, and dilations. All of the units that you need is all right there. So you can double check that page and study that page for your formulas that you need to use. Got it?